Hey guys, good evening. It is John C Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFWL. I know it's March 2nd. Was a little crazy, as I told you. Had our show kickoff on March 1st for Flow Follies. Flow through time. And by the time I got back and after our after party, one of our first cast parties, we have a cast party every night. Just got back here now and shooting the show for you guys. So I do want to thank you for being here, whether you're here at 1:53 a.m., 1:53 in the afternoon, 6 a.m., 6 p.m., 12 noon, or 12 midnight. Thank you so much for being here. Really do appreciate that. Let's get right into the master topic, shall we? We start on Saturday, which will be tomorrow. We roll through the week and we finish on a Friday with a brand new master topic. So let's get ahead and get right into it. So our master topic of the week, in case you guys didn't know, by the way, you see believemeachieve.com. Why not check out that page and make the choice to actually, make the choice to actually, check out my content, love, like, and support it. Really appreciate that. All right. So we know what our topic is: challenges that happen at work, and our specific topic for tonight is navigating the workplace turbulence. Series 3 means we're in the third year, show 9, episode number 7, and we're wrapping this up. So it is great, ladies and gentlemen, to be with you guys here tonight, this morning, whenever you're watching us. I do really, really appreciate that you are here with us. Thank you so very, very much for being here. And, there's so much we can think about or so much we can do. But I think the most important thing, ladies and gentlemen, is understanding that, it's about us and it's about our journey, right? It's about us and it is about our journey. So let's get right into it. So the first thing when we talk about challenges of the workplace, one is staff conflict and bullying. I can't tell you how much this happens. There's unresolved conflicts. People at the workplace decide that they're going to bully the others because they want, they want special privileges like to get to the lunchroom first, or to get to the water cooler first, or to get the goodies in the office first, or whatever it is. Or maybe just the fact that they bully you because they don't want you to upset the apple cart by giving your opinions. And then management wants everyone to look at that and they don't want to do more work. So that's really a bad thing. And what it does is it poisons the organization. And when you understand this, you'll realize that conflict resolution strategies are the key for promoting a very effective and respectful, workforce. So how do you handle let's say staff bullying at work? How do you resolve that? So there are lots of different ways, but I think the biggest one is you have to realize to not let your emotions overpower your reaction. That is probably the biggest one I can tell you, because a lot of people, they want to get in, they want to say something, they want to get even. It's not about that, ladies and gentlemen. It's really not about that. So I want to share that with you guys. It is not about that at all. When you think about workplace bullying, it can harm people physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And some people are just born bullies. Are you being bullied? Well, maybe you've noticed a decline in your emotional or physical health. That's a good indication. Maybe your job performance is being affected. If you do believe you're being bullied, your first thing is to keep yourself safe. That's number one. Defend yourself in the workplace. If you need to keep some distance, keep some distance. But try your best to not de-escalate the situation. Because some tips for how to stop interaction, you want to try your best to de-escalate it, not escalate it. So use polite, firm language to ask the bully to stop the conversation. Ask the bully to leave. Remove yourself from the situation if the bully won't leave on their own, and inform your supervisor immediately and be sure to file a report. So how do you respond to an ongoing situation? Well, it can be helpful to engage some advanced planning with a friend or colleague. Rehearse a bullying situation and practice how you would respond to help you get comfortable using emotional distancing and de-escalation techniques so you can seek the safety of your peers anytime you need that. Strive for attitudes of strength and confidence in yourself. Document, document, document. That is very, very key. One important thing I think when we think about this is keep in mind human resource departments are often ill-equipped to manage these issues, and complaints may be mishandled, improperly, or dismissed, or simply ignored. Sometimes, if you're able, it's better to look for a new job. But sometimes you might need to go to the police. You might need to bring in a third party outside the company. You have to tackle this, and I believe that a lot of people think that, oh, it's not them, it's me. But ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you, it's not you, it is them. And so many people want to blame it on you, but it's not your fault. So if you feel like you're a victim, or you feel like somebody at the office is just always out to get you, chances are they are just maybe unhappy with themselves. Our second topic here is no or little efficient technology. Technology's inefficient, and this can hinder productivity and innovation. And when we have the correct technology, it's like we get this breath of fresh air. We get that lift. We get that boost. We get that support we need. For example, if you were trying to manage contacts for your prospects and you're doing it manually, or you were doing it in an Excel sheet as opposed to a contact database, well, that could be a serious problem. And you may not realize it and how much time you're actually putting in, but you're probably putting a lot of time that could be harmful to you and harmful to others. So how do you handle that? I think the first thing you have to understand is that when you have no technology, you need to let your boss know what the heck is going on. Explain to them what technology you're missing and what we should be doing so that we have better technology. I mean, what is that? I think a lot of people don't really know it, but for whatever reason, it's important to understand what's happening. Very important. I know you're probably saying to me, this is crazy, but it's really a mess when you don't understand this. I'll tell you that people don't really get things until they cause a problem. They don't get things until they cause a problem. When they cause a problem, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's too late. It's too late. The milk's already spilled, and people are annoyed. So something as simple as putting a process in place that is able to handle payroll more efficiently. Instead of people having to take punch cards, they can actually scan in, or when they scan their access control card, they scan in. When they leave, they scan again. So a way to make it easy and simple, but use technology to empower the company and not disempower. I think so many people, when they see technology or hear about it, they get frustrated with what's going to happen in their world. They get so frustrated. And this becomes a very, very big problem, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, a huge, huge problem. Now, you might be saying to me, John, but why is it that people get upset? Well, when they know there's the right type of technology out there, they know that they should have it. But when they don't have it, they get frustrated as to, like, what do we do now? Like, how do we even do anything? And I think once people can see that the company is putting in technology that's going to empower each other instead of, take people down or make people unhappy, they're going to get excited about working for that company. They're going to get excited about being there. That's the main thing, ladies and gentlemen. The last thing I want to talk to you about before we wrap up is going to be executive uncertainty. Now, this is one that a lot of executives want to hide because they believe they're better than everybody. A leader that doesn't want to learn how to improve is not a great leader. I always can become better every single time. Unclear leadership can foster confusion, disengagement among peers, but also teams. So, to develop strategies early to understand and make sure that communication is key. And not only that, but people understand what they're supposed to. A lot of times there's misunderstandings. Let's not blame anybody. Let's fix the situation. And let's remove ambiguity. And let's realize that we should not deploy ambiguity or assume ambiguity or confusion can be used as an excuse for not taking accountability or responsibility. Wow, that's a big mouthful. So a lot of people do this because they don't want to become accountable. So they blame technology. They blame, oh, we don't have this, we don't have that. And they just blame anything and everything. And these are people that are not people you want to be around, but unfortunately, they are around. And when this happens, it's like, oh my gosh, what do we do? I think it's crazy that people don't get what's going on. And I think this comes because of frustration. And the frustration really rears its head for one reason. And that's the fact that people want things now, but they can't get things now. So what do? They blame others in their frustration. They blame others in their frustration. I know that you're probably saying, John, that people do get frustrated. I know they get frustrated. But when frustration comes up, I think the big thing we have to do is realize that it's about people, right? And that's the whole key. It is about people. People. People make the difference. People make the difference. And if you don't get the fact that that's what's going on, then maybe you don't understand what's actually happening. And what's really transforming is the fact that leaders who hide, that don't want to hear from you, are not really leaders. They are terrible, power-hungry, greedy, selfish people that don't care about the organization. They just care about me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. And that sounds okay, but it's really not the greatest thing. It's not the greatest thing. And the reason I say it's not the greatest thing is because you don't know how to do something. And the reason you don't know how to do something is because you're getting bombarded by the fact that what could be. And leadership always seems that, if we don't want to do something, then that must be the way. But that's not a leader's way. That's a coward's way of shutting you down. You heard me, right? I said it. It's a coward's way of shutting you down. I know that you probably want to know what's going on and you want to understand why people are a certain way. And I think it just comes down to the fact that Sometimes a leader wants to be right at the top, but they haven't even earned their wings to be able to start flying, or they haven't even earned, their ability to get respect. You see, so many leaders I know believe that if they just fake it to get to the top, they'll be fine. Well, that might be fine, but then if they don't exemplify those qualities, guess what's going to happen? They're going to say goodbye to you. They're going to say goodbye to you. And if they say goodbye to you, then you're going to be wondering, like, what the heck's going on? And they may remove you from the organization just because no one's standing up. See, some people get bullied by bosses. They get bullied by management. And if you don't do X, you don't do Y, you don't do Z, you know what happens? It comes down to the fact that you may not be there. You might actually be on your way out. On your way out. Pretty crazy, right? On your way out. And if you don't understand that, then how do you realize where you're going in life? And I think if you don't understand where you're going, then you're going to constantly get lost. You're going to constantly get lost because you're not going to understand where things are, where they're going, or what they're doing, right? That's what it comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it comes down to. And if it comes down to that whole piece, how do you change it once it's too far? I think you have to realize that it's got to be done now. And if it's not done now, then it's like you're like 500 feet under the water, and it's so hard to get up. Not say you can't, but why not embrace it in the beginning? Why not make sure communication is open? Why not make sure that at your organization that there is no staff conflict bullying? Why not implement a staff conflict bullying policy or SOP? Why not make sure that if there's no or little efficient technology, that there be places where people can fill out suggestions and then you can discuss them? Why not make sure that if there is executive uncertainty in your company, you don't let it breed into incompetence and having the ability to spill over and change those positive workers into people that have lost their luster, that have lost their passion to want to work. See, that's when you got a problem. If you look at it and find it too late, then you're just up the tree. You're just way up the tree. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C Morley, serial entrepreneur. Have yourself an amazing rest of your evening, and I'll catch you guys later tonight. All right. Be well and take care, everyone. Bye for now.